Hi, it's Jez from Nigezza Creates, and I'm here. I'm going to be working on this journal that I started, sort of documenting the things that me and Ed were doing last year. You know, when he was well enough to do it, a little bit of a bucket list. You know, sort of making the most of the time that we had, and I have got videos on the making of this journal and the choosing of the pages and why I chose the pages and making the cover and doing elasticated signatures, using my words. I chose an elasticated signatures because I thought that I might possibly, you know, change the way some of these pages go in. And actually now what I've decided, because our travels got cut short with him getting double pneumonia in November, and then being in hospital, and then subsequently being at home, and was unable to, you know, leave the house after that. So I think I've got enough sort of memories and things. I've got a few more that I still need to sort of print off that will cover this one signature. And then my idea for the other signature is that I'm just going to put just our life, really, and I might put some childhood photos of him in there. I've been sent lots of photos, doing a slideshow for our celebration of life, the wake, so I thought I'd put photos in, and then there's spaces there, and I thought it'd be nice to make this like a sort of a book of condolences, a memorial book, that people could write memories and things in there, and if they've got specific photos in there that they're in, then they could write little memories of it. So yeah, that is the way I thought I'd go. And basically I'm filming this on Monday, and it's all happening next Monday, so I've got a week, so I need to crack on. I have had days and days of sat in here and not achieving anything and not doing anything, but I did do this the other day. So I wanted Ed to write some things, and so one of our weekends away, I had everything out on the table, and I was doing a bit of crafting. He was having a rest, and then he came out to see, you know, what I'd done, and he'd looked at some of the photos that I'd already put in, and he started writing down a few things. So under here, he's writing there about, this is the first day that he ended up in hospital after his first chemo, first of many, and it was May last year, and we had a spell of absolutely stunning weather. The grounds of the hospital were amazing, and that's what he writes about. You know, that, you know, it kind of offset the you know, the sort of frustration of being in hospital, having these beautiful grounds. And so he wrote other things on here. So we've got 6 more things that he's written, and he sort of wrote them as rough, and he said, oh, that's just rough. He said, I'll write them up better later. So I said, that's fine. And I went, well, just give me this anyway, because it's just literally a scrap. This is like the cover of my document kit that I made. But there was a bit of me that knew that was it, that he'd never write it again. And I didn't want him to waste time writing that again. I wanted him to write more memories. Anyway, that never happened. So these are really, really precious to me. And oh God, do really. Oh, I was trying to be brave. So yeah, they're really precious. So this is what I did with the first one, and because I don't really want his writing to necessarily be exposed, people could flip through this and not really notice that you can flip that up and you can see that I put a strength there because that was for both of us. We had so much strength going through this, and collect moments, not things, and that's what we did, just all the way through. So yeah, that's what I did. So I thought I'd do some more things. I have been working on this. That's from another, that was back in September, another admission to hospital, and this time we found a little secret pathway. We sort of left the hospital grounds and went through, and it was like all this wood, and it was just, you know, really lovely. And you can see the difference in the weather there. So I've got a bit more to do on that one, but I did sort of start, I sort of did things in a random sort of fashion, and yeah, and I've written some memories here. I've got the date of when that happened, so I want to sort of put that along there, and I've got room to write more on the back there. But Ed has written a memory of this, so I'm going to put that in here when I find the one that is. I can't read at the moment, my eyes are too full of tears. So yeah, but I wanted to show you the sort of things that I was going to do, and a way of maybe adding journaling to some sort of busy page, really. These were my ideas. I love the fact that we got maps in it. We went travelling, well, we got the maps. The maps were specific places that were important to us. This is on the Rachel and Bella craft retreat last summer in June. It had a hot tub, and we had the peacock loft. It was amazing, and yeah, and there's Rachel and Bella craft retreat coming on this weekend, but it is just too soon, and besides which it is right before I've got lots of friends and family coming for to say goodbye to Ed. So yeah, I don't want to say the F word really, but that's what it is. So what I did here was, this is a lovely paper bag, and so I made a little flip out so I could write on it, and then I just love this, you know, like you got the periodical table, this is the periodical table, and just loved it, and so I took a picture of him sitting in front of it, and that pop in there, and so this is how I did that. This is the next day, that's what the date's for, not that date. So we went for a little walk. We were in Worcester on our travels down to Wales. So I just took a bit of, this was doubled over brown packaging paper, so it's nice and stiff. So I put the photo on that side, creased it over, and then that's going to be a pocket. So I'm just going to do a little divot. I must have done that with an inch one. Looking at it, yeah, I think that's an inch one. Not that it has to match, but you know, I like a bit of continuity. So do a little divot there. I'll give it a little bit of an inky dinky. So I've created a little tuck there. Look, I even changed my sponge. Do need a little bit. My new ink pads downstairs. When I was doing a bit of crafting, sitting next to Ed, when he was in hospital bed in our lounge, and my little tray of crafting still down there. So yeah. So I haven't got my new one. So just checking what's. Oh. Something's happening, I don't know what. I heard a noise that I don't know what it is. So there we go. So that's going to be a little tuck, so I need to glue down there, along there. So let's do that. My glue's downstairs as well, so I pulled out this really old Tombow glue, but it's still going strong, so it's all right. Yeah, so just, yeah, I know lots of people, sometimes they often say, what do you do with your journals? So I just thought this can use some of my ideas. If you think, oh yeah, all right, I could write in a journal in that way, or not. Don't get much wiggle with a Tombow. So yeah. So there we go. That's him stood by the river at Worcester. So that'll just go in there. I can write on the back there like I have there. I can decorate that little pocket if I want. And then I want to write about the Rachel and Bella Craft Retreat and how absolutely amazing it is. So my idea was to just take this and just staple it in. That is what my thoughts were for that one. I do have a wee tiny attacher, but I think I might have broke it. So I'm gonna just have a little practice on here. It's not pushing down. So it might be because that's jammed a bit. Let's get it out, Jez. Let's see what you may have done. So there we go. Just a little. Maybe you have trouble like this. Right, there is one jammed. There's one jammed down there. I've got it out now. Yeah, I think you have. I think it's out, Jez. Let's see if that's going to work. Oh, not really. Seem to have done something wrong. Let me try and attach two pieces. Nah, I broke it. How can you break it? Oh, I don't know, Jess. You've just broke it. So that's that. Right, I had an ordinary stapler. Have I actually got staples in it? No. Oh, God. Talk about not being prepared. Well, I don't know what to do now. Do you know, this is what happens when I just needed to open a drawer. I've got some staples. I haven't been in my craft room for so long. So just forgive my unpreparedness. There we go. So now I'm going to stick that on the corner there. This is just brown paper packaging tied up with string, except it's not. It's going to be stapled. And I'm going to just put one there and one there. That is my quick, easy, simple idea for adding a little journaling spot there for writing about whatever I want to write about. And I don't mind that so much, but you know what? I could easily chuck something on there. I've got that I could, you know, stick that on there. I've got loads of scraps in front of me that I'm kind of just picking from. Some of it's oh, I like some stamps. I could put some stamps on there. Lots of little bits and bobs here that I can use. That's quite stiff. I just went through my scrap. Oh, where's that come from? I obviously made a little, it says dream. I don't really like it, Jess. Oh, don't mind the dream bit. Shall I? Whip around a little bit there. Stick that on there. Dream. Might do that. Might. No idea where this came from. Why it ended up in my scrap drawer, because I don't really like it. You need a little bit. And I could just have that stuck on there like a tuck, and then something could go down there. If I wanted to, I might take that bit off a bit. Lost a bit of the flower, not bothered. That covers those staples up a bit. There we go. Ottery St Mary's. This is all down. There's Exeter there. I'm covering up Exeter. Never mind. I know it's there. Exeter is under there. That's where we met. I don't want to cover up Exeter. I'll use that somewhere else. So why don't I just put a bit of ribbon or something down there. Cover it up. I could do a loop. To know that you pull it down quite like that. Or I could do loop like that, right down. Put something over that. Let's cut that off. Like that. All right. And then what I'll do is put glue on there, put glue on there, stick that down, I use purple because it matches my hair. I've got like a purple top to my hair, and then blue at the bottom, just down my roll. There we go. And then it's not really liking that. Might be the remnants of the sellotape from underneath. And then we will put some blue down there. And that's kept that. That's a bit of this. No. Just stick that little bit on there. Stick that little bit on there. I might do the other side actually, that looks a bit more interesting. Stick that down. That'll hold the ribbon in place. And then I might put a little arrow. I'm sure I've got a punch. I can see it with an arrow. Although it is quite big. Right, I want to put it the other way around. Right, let's have, I'll take that one because it's a bit of card. Let's go and punch that arrow. So we can focus there on Exeter, where we met. We were both living in Exeter. I was training to be a nurse, and Ed's family had moved there. His mum with his sister and his brother and his other sister. His older brother had left by then, and he'd gone back home after uni, and he was just in the process of finding his own flat. Well, he never found his own flat in the end because we found one together. So there we go. It's quite subtle. I quite like it. And I'm thinking it's where we met, and a little heart. That's what I'm thinking, a little heart. I have a little heart, and I'm thinking blue heart there. I'm thinking, always dangerous, that the arrow needs a little something behind it. To make it stand out a tad. I'm just looking there on the screen and it's not really showing up that well. A little bit of lace behind it or something. Let me get me lace scraps. I was tidying my desk and I just shoved lace on here as opposed to put it in the lace scraps. I've been totally lazy. Right, we've got this blue lace. like that, Jazz. Sorry to say, but I think that's rubbish. Okay. Might put a bit of lace underneath that heart though. I like that flower. Is there another sort of lacy flower I can use? Or is that the one? Quite like that. Right, let me just take that off. Well, I'll hold this bit of lace. So we'll stick that there. Put that on it. A little cluster there. Liking you. I'm thinking often dangerous and not necessarily a good idea. Yes. That and then that. There we go. I've got an arrow with a bit of a blue outline. I think that's going to work for me. So I'm going to put a bit of glue stick down there. Stick a bit of this. Little bits of it. Stick that down. Put the art down. Like so. And then we'll a bit more of a bluey tinge on the other side. Oh, do you know? Always changing your mind. And it is these little details that I think make the difference. They also take the time, and I'm running out of that. Right, I'm going to put that down the centre there. I just remembered why I stopped using Tombow, because done off, make your fingers sticky. Now I've got it all over there. Yeah, so I came here in here yesterday evening to do some crafting. I said to James, I'm going to go and do some crafting. And yeah, did now. Just looked at things. I've done a lot of that. Right, now I'm wondering if I should maybe highlight the Exeter in some way. I'll just leave it as subtle. So there we go. So that comes down there. I've got my bit of journaling for writing in. I've got that there. And I'm sure as well. Yeah, there it is. Coming across. So I am. You folded it. I think I can just rip it nicely. And I can't tell you how precious these few bits that Ed actually wrote are. So more serendipity. We came across this Belgian bar in Worcester only because we missed the car park near our hotel. So glad we did. A cold glass of Zott in a great venue. Recommended. That is that. So that's the memory for in here. I'd already written about it, but then Ed made his own little memory there to go in and stick in there. I will ink it round, make it look a tad distressed, and it can just pop in that pocket. Haven't made much difference to that, Jez. I might go over it a little bit. Oh, I have now. Now when I rub hard. And I might just... And I like the fact that it's done on the back of a scrap. And I'll just tuck that in there. And then I'll just write something about our little walk. And I actually did a run. So this is when I was training for my Couch 5K for the charity run that we did last October, I can't remember. So I'll write a bit about that. So that's that all done. Here, this is all from our 80 days, our favourite pub, our favourite bar. So here we are, home of great beer and staff who can actually talk about the beer they sell. A rarity, wouldn't you say? So that needs to go. That needs to go in here somewhere. I haven't actually left somewhere where it can go. So what I'm going to do is, I think, have it folding out from the side here. I think that will work. I could have it wrapped round there. Oh no, and then you're not going to see it, Jez. Oh no. So it needs to fold out. So I can put a little tab and it can be maybe held on with a altered paper clip or something. I think that's what I might do. Make a little altered paper clip, and that'll be under it. I think that's quite a cool idea. Before I stick it down. I've got room to write something there myself, and I could just have that on there. Sure, I've got altered paper clips already made. You have, Jess. You have. So why don't I use one I've already got? I have these that I made. These are ones that I made from Tracy Fox's kit. So what I put wishes on that side and moments on that side. That's quite good. Ones I've not written anything on. Seen if there's one that's speaking to me. That's very postal. I did them for a particular project. Don't know why they're in this tin then. Oh, that one's got Eiffel Tower on it. Might use that one, and I might stick a word on it. We did like Paris. It was a place we've travelled to. Although this is like a Belgian beer place. So I could stick that down there. That holds it in place. Yeah, I could do that. I'm going to do that for the moment. I think that's working. It means that that is sticking up, but it's absolutely fine because there's loads of space at the top, and then I could put my own thoughts there. I do remember that particular day. Ed and I had gone for a walk. It was sunny. I said, let's have a beer, and we took that selfie and sent it to James because he was working, and went, ha ha, look where we are. So yeah, that is, so there we were in April, July and August, and we all went there on the 22nd of February, just 2 days after he left us, with his brothers and sisters and his mum and my sister-in-law, and we went and had a drink there, sat, not on that, we sat on the opposite side to that actually, and remembered him. So yeah, and we'll be there on Sunday, remembering again the night before we send him off. So that's that. I've got, now that's what I call a burger meal. Isn't it great when you find a pub or a place or event completely by accident? We stopped here after looking for a completely different pub. Yeah, we were driving to Haworth, and I was looking out for a pub and somewhere we could eat. Found somewhere, looking through sat nav, giving directions to find it. Couldn't find it. Found this place instead. It was marvellous. Oh, Jez, you knew that was going to happen. Look at the size of that burger. Can't even remember if he ate it all, because he was then we were having a little bit of a cheers, and we were celebrating general election results. We were quite happy that the Tories were out. We weren't necessarily happy with don't think what we've got is the answer, but I think what we had was definitely not the answer. So I left a bit of space there for writing on, and then this bit's a bit wider, but it doesn't matter. I'll make it work. I might have that have it as a bit of a flip down. I might make myself a little pocket that it goes in actually, so that it's something I can physically take out. So I'll create a little pocket in there, I think. Yeah. Create a little pocket, Jess. That'll be good. Cutting by hand. I never do that. Don't even know why I did it then, because I like straight lines. If it's supposed to be a straight line, it needs to be a straight line. So there we go. Put that in there. Let's have a little divot. So very quickly, I've got a messy desk. But that's what happens, doesn't it? That is what happens. And then what I'm going to do is just fold that in half. So it can go in there. And I think I've probably got some other little bits of memorabilia there. That fits in there nicely. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Probably put a little cluster of some sort. Decorate this pocket, put a label on it. Forgot to put the lid on. Tombo doesn't like it when you don't put the lid on. I really need to get my little box of tricks from downstairs, but I'd already been downstairs once for something that I've forgotten, and I didn't want to go down again. So yeah, I'm making do, seizing the moment that I decided I was going to do this. There we are. There we go. So I hope that doing this people are finding useful. It's something I've got to do anyway, so I'm going to do it, and I just thought it's one way of getting me back into making videos if I just film what I'm doing. And it might give you ideas for adding journaling, photos, memories to a journal, rather than, you know, just seeing people with, you know, plain journals and not really knowing what to do with them. I do want to put some sort of label in that. I think I've got labels in here. I haven't just got stamps. I have got labels. Right, lots of Tracy labels and probably a bit of Artie Mays in there somewhere. Ones I've made myself from stamping on. What colour do you want? It's got a green background, hasn't it? A bit too green. I think these are from Tracy. Did some labels where you could stamp on yourself. So they're her labels, but you can stamp on them. I think that might be what I've done there. Yeah, quite like that. Let's have, oh look, right, come up with an idea. I think even my blooming tweezers are, oh, I think actually I lent the tweezers to, I think James used me tweezers for something. I'm just thinking, is it a bit cheesy to write Ed? No, it's not, Jess. It's not cheesy at all. Well, it might be, but I don't care. I do love an old ticket. What else might I put on there? Bit too samey, that. Little flower. Yeah. I think that might be it from here. I might stick a little bit of something on there. Oh, I've just seen my water bottle. I might just have a sip. Treat myself to a little water bottle. I find sometimes these big ones too big for me. I get halfway down and I get bored and don't want to drink it anymore, and then it just goes stale. So I bought this small one that holds, well, I wanted something that holds 250. It's actually 280, but that's fine. Really liked it. So there we go. I might link it in my Amazon shop actually. I like it. It fits in my coat pocket as well. So when we go out for a walk, and we're walking at least 3 miles every day, me and James at the moment, after so many weeks of actually not going anywhere. In the last couple of weeks, I didn't want to leave Ed's side. I didn't even want to go to the loo because I was just so worried that he'd be gone. So yeah, I kind of didn't move, and so we're making up for that now by setting ourselves, and it helped that it's Lent, so it's like we often give up things for Lent, and I said I don't think we need to give up anything. I think, you know, we've given up the most important thing in our lives. Well, we didn't give him up, he's gone, so that's we could do something. So we are, and we're going on our annual pilgrimage for Easter, so it's like we really need to get some fitness up. So let's set ourselves a target and get walking. And we often walk stretches of 3 or 4 miles before we have a little rest. So I said let's set that as our target. So that's what we decided to do. Now I'm thinking, because I like that flower, I'm thinking Ed can go somewhere else. So we'll leave you to be somewhere else, and we'll have that. So we need something behind it. So I'm looking for a little scrap or something that could go out. Yeah. I was just thinking of that underneath there. Is that pretty, or is it naff? I quite like it actually. Something, maybe not exactly what that, but I'm liking the theme, the thinking. Oh, a bit of rip-rack, paddywhack. Give the dog a bone. And she dives in even more because she's clearly not enamoured by that. I'm going to end up grabbing cheesecloth, because that's what I do. I like cheesecloth. I think that's where we're going down the cheesecloth route. Just think there's something. Just something about it I likes. Do I need it on the back? Should I just put it like that? Just put it like that, Jez. There you go. Just put it like that. I might use that idea of a bit of lace under something that's maybe not this, something else. Right. So let's start sticking this down. And then we're nearly at an hour. Goodness me. Well, that's pretty good going, I think. I was gonna set a timer and just do like half an hour little stints, but this and I wasn't going to do as much as this, but it just sort of started flowing, didn't it? And at the moment I'm just grasping that because did you even have any glue on there, Jez? I don't really know. There we are. Gonna be so sticky now. I know. There's so much glue on there. Yeah, I just have to grab the moments when it's fancy's taking me. I think this is out of Edith Holden. I think I did this on my Scan and Cut. Just cut some bits out. Ed was always saying, whenever I found an Edith Holden in a book, he went, Jez, how many copies of that book do you need? And I went, well, clearly one more. I bought a copy the other day, actually. Naughty, naughty. There you go. There, like that. Yeah. So I'm going to call that a day today. So we've done that. We've added that there. We've added this pocket. We've added this journaling under that pocket. And then I've decorated this and added a bit of a journaling spot in there for adding my thoughts. That's what we did today, didn't we? I talked you through that. Yeah, so pleased with that. And I will be back doing some of this again, and I'll also be back with the Rachel and Bella Crafts collaboration. Okay, see you Friday for that. All right, bye for now.